Welcome to the Mountain Man Chronicles. We're on our way to meet up with a group of people to take the back roads to Devil's Tower. We're having our close encounters experience with a group of people, all back roads, going through South Dakota, into Montana, then into Wyoming to experience Devil's Tower. Should be an epic adventure. Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining. Remember to like and subscribe.
Welcome to the Mountain Man Chronicles, where the spirit of adventure comes alive. I'm thrilled to have you join our journey into the great outdoors. I'm Paul Piazza. I'm your guide through the wilderness and the storyteller behind the Mountain Man Chronicles. I hope you share in our love and appreciation of what this great world has to offer. Here we live in three simple principles: live, learn, and explore. Live, immerse yourself in the thrill of the moment, whether it be overlanding, exploring unique ghost towns, or simply enjoying the serenity of nature. We believe in living life to its fullest. Learn, cultivate that childlike curiosity. Every adventure is an opportunity to learn and discover something new. From overlanding trips to mastering trail navigation, we're a constant journey of learning and growing. Explore. Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Venture into the unknown. Our chronicles are a testament to the places we've been and the stories waiting to be untold. Join us as we explore the hidden trails to the pristine lakes and the mysterious places this great nation has to offer. And of course, what adventure would be successful without proper planning and the right gear? We'll be showcasing some of the tools of the trade along our journeys. I truly hope you enjoy our chronicles and the journey that my wife and I travel through during our overlanding adventures. Thanks for watching.
All right, we made it to Reva Campground to start our trip to go see Devil's Tower, or as we know it, Close Encounters of the Next Kind. We've got a beautiful camp set up today. First one's here. Rest of the crew will be arriving, and it's just cool to be able to walk around. Got a nice fire pit. This is group campground. Just a cool spot.
After arriving and getting the trailer set up, which is usually pretty quick with the Mission Overland and my Jeep, it's our first trip out for this year, so we had to overcome a few little gremlins that had popped up with the solar and just organization. More on that to come in the video. So I thought I'd walk up the hill here and see what the buttes look like, if I could see them, and see what it was going to look like. Wanted to go just do a few minutes of exploring before two people I hadn't met were coming, and that would be Todd and Chris. Chris was the first to arrive, which you'll be seeing here shortly, and then Todd was coming later in the evening, then followed by Taylor, and then late in the evening would be Tim, our group leader. I walked up the hill and I'm like, I'm just going to head down and take a chance and spend some time with my wife and just enjoy it around camp. This camp spot is epic. It's a Reva campground. And it is, right near the North Dakota border, but just a great campground right near our trailhead. Just a beautiful spot. Hope you enjoy some video of it. Sometimes it just works out when you go out and you find a place. So as I was out on my short walk, my wife discovered a bunch of wood. So she stacked it up by the fire pit, and soon she got the campfire going. After a while, Todd arrived, and then in his Tundra, which was actually nicely outfitted in a good rig that he's going to start building up. It was nice to see a larger size rig on the trail, one that had more room. He was actually really cozy there. And then Chris came in his Gladiator, which is hard to see there, but it has a real nice adventure pack on the back, water, fully self-contained in a rooftop tent. Just great to have new people out on the trail, and nice to meet them. I thought I'd take a little bit of an opportunity to go out and explore some more. go check out finish my hike I did earlier, see if I can get up there and take a look and see the buttes through the trees, maybe enjoy a little bit of a sunset, and just, see the different colors of the mountains around Reva Campground. Beautiful camp spot. I knew Taylor and Tim wouldn't be until late, but Taylor was going to come in later, as I mentioned. So took the advantage to just have some time, get out and walk. It was a beautiful day. We had some wind, but not too bad, and it was just a beautiful camp spot. As the sun was setting, it was getting near dinner time. I wanted to spend some time and meet Chris and Todd and spend some time with them. And Taylor and Tim would be arriving later in the evening, so I thought I'd call it a night. The first day of any adventure is always a challenge. You wake up excited, especially this one. We knew we were going to have close encounters ahead of us. We had been through this trail once before, but never all the way to the end. You could see there the brown Chevy is Taylor. He arrived. Behind him is Tim. They arrived. So we were ready, just enjoying my coffee, going out for a morning walk. So we've been down this trail before, but last time we were here, it was iced over and it was a bear. We knew there was one challenging part where 2 to 3 of us had to winch last time. Weren't sure what it was going to be like this time around, but soon coming up, we found out quickly.
Yell at me if you ever guys want to stop, pictures, bathrooms. Yep, I'm good for stopping.
First challenge of the day, really slippery part. Yeah, Tim's gonna have to winch. As I just mentioned, we came to that first big challenge. Tim made it almost all the way up pulling his trailer and then had to winch the rest of the way. I absolutely love how his family was as a team because it's pretty steep up there, and Tim was sliding a little bit, so Melissa got out, grabbed the winch rope, tied him up and hooked him up, and he winched himself over the hill. Since we all knew it was a bit of a challenge ahead, we took the opportunity to get out our tools and basically air down for the next part ahead. So aired down my tires from 35 to about 28, and then I engaged my rear locker for this portion and decided to give her a try. Next up was Taylor in his Colorado. This Colorado never ceases to amaze me. I've been out with Taylor a number of times. First of all, he's a blast to go out with. But this thing just seems to go everywhere. You can see here, unfortunately I have it from behind, but he gets some momentum going, makes it all the way up and walks it right through. And I knew I was up next, so I was hurrying to do my tires. But Taylor just does an awesome job, makes it up. In fact, he had to come past me later, and you'll see here in a moment, he was my lifeline. But if you watch, you can see he just takes a good line, comes right up it, no problem. So Taylor, awesome rig. Now it's my turn. I start up the hill. Remember, I'm towing my trailer, so I'm climbing it, just trying to keep momentum without hitting it too hard. I didn't want to spin things out, so I take a moment just to kind of calm, get zen-like, and really get prepared for this trail. So I'm in 4 low in first gear. This stuff is slippier than snot, hard to walk on. Just wanted to keep it about 3,000 RPM without gunning it too hard and start climbing a hill. I'm doing really well. I'm like, hey, I'm impressed with myself. I'm like, okay, everything's going. I'm sliding, spinning some mud, but it's pulling the trailer up here, and then I hit a spot, and the back end pitches out, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try the rut, and I realized getting in the rut was just a silly idea. I should have stayed in the middle. Then it was trying to pull the rear end out of the rut, and then that's where I made my error. I decided to turn in. I'm crawling. I'm still making some momentum. I'm doing fairly well, and then boom, I fall right in a hole, and you can see mud's flying. I'm not going anywhere, and pretty soon the winch is going to have to come out. Tim comes running down. Now, a couple lessons I learned, and I should know better than this, is one, have your winch remote handy in advance so you don't have to go climb around in the mud. And 2, know where all your equipment is. I reorganized before winter last year, and I had no clue where I left stuff. Tim's always handy. He's breaking out the winch. I had to get out and help him open up the hood and turn on my winch and give them a hand. So they're sliding in the mud, pulling my winch up the hill, and they soon realize that my winch cable is just a little short to make it to the top. So here comes Taylor with his truck to come rescue me. You know, it's always fun wheeling with people, going out with people that you enjoy being with, because there's been times when I've been with clubs and they just, you know, if they have to winch you, people look down on you, they complain about you. This group, everybody jumps in and, you know, applause. Yeah, you take a little bit of ribbon, but it's nothing that bad. And you can see a nice view of my Jeep and the trailer just caked with mud. And, it was an epic hill. It was a lot of fun. Next up was Todd, and he was all excited, ready to go. And, he's not new to overlanding, but, new to, his rig, just getting it all set up and getting it ready to go. And, I gotta say, on this trip, the awards for enjoy, learn, and explore, Todd definitely, I think, enjoyed the journey. He was smiling the whole way. He had childlike curiosity about everything, and he embraced the adventure, and this is evidence of it. He just hit it. He was doing really well on this hill, just gunning it up there and doing really well, and then he hit the real wet spot, and it wasn't what trying, right? I think, just a little bit better momentum, maybe tire, I don't know, but his rig made it almost all the way up. And he ended up getting pulled out by our tow truck man, Taylor. Taylor the tow truck man is his name for this part of the ride. And you can see here, he's sliding a little bit as Tim's telling him to just, hold on a second, we'll hook you up with the tow strap. Not as soon as we got Todd cleared, it was time for Chris to go. And Chris took the methodology of speed overcomes traction. And I gotta say, I had a little bit of a Gladiator. He has the Eco Diesel, really nicely set up. But he made this look easy. He did pitch it out a little bit, but he made it all the way to the top, no problem at all. You see here, Melissa did this video of Tim climbing out the last portion before you get up to the buttes. The next phase is where we cross the buttes into the beautiful, it's all wide open. You're going across the buttes before you drop down into the valley again on the other side. It's an epic area. I want to apologize in advance. I lost my dash cam footage due to a corrupt file. So I'm going to minimize the footage. I'd recommend you go see the video that's up here on the right to see what this area looks like when we did in the winter. After getting through the buttes, which were about 4 or 5 miles, then you drop into a long valley where you're driving out on the plains, and we're heading towards Capitol Rock. These rock formations and just creativity of the wilderness is all I can say out here in the Midwest. Never ceases to amaze me. I'm looking forward to getting out and exploring more and just learning more. This area on the western side of South Dakota, the eastern side of Montana, is just a geological experience. The rocks, everything from, we're a long way from Devil's Tower even, and these formations are out there, and really nobody comes out here and explores. It's great. I plan on coming out here doing a lot more exploring out here over the summer. It's beautiful. I don't know, just kind of spoke to me. After leaving Capitol Rock, we had to follow a shelf road, and we're in Montana at this time, so we're heading down to our next spot, which was getting high in the day, so it was to get near time to camp. And so our next stop is going to be our camp spot for the day, and just enjoy each other's company. as our first video of this two-part series comes to an end, wanted to take a moment to thank Tim Sutton for organizing this trip, meeting everybody on the Big Sky Dakota Overland Adventures Facebook page, Taylor and Melissa for letting me use their videos and just, helping me out. Appreciate it. And then Todd and Chris both for joining us, having faith in just coming out and meeting a bunch of new people and joining us on the journey. Always great to meet new people. And most of all, my wife, and for just, being a good partner and dealing with my frustrations and just, making the trip an epic adventure with me. Next week's episode will have part 2 and conclude the adventure at Devil's Tower. Please leave a comment. Remember, like and subscribe. Hope you liked the video. And thank you again for watching. Always appreciate it.